Hello everyone. Good morning all. So today we have come up with some new topic. So this is very much in demand nowadays, guys. So let's jump to the topics. Migrate all the tables with different schema to Azure SQL Cloud with schema name. So here if you see over here, we have AdventureWorks database, right? AdventureWorks database we have downloaded from the internet and installed in our local system. So we have over here different schemas are there. DBO schemas are there. Then human resources schema are there. Then person schema are there. And production schema are there, right? So we have different schema and different tables are there available in different schemas. So now we want to migrate these on premises all the tables from the on premises with schema name into the Azure SQL Cloud. Now for that we need to go to the data factory, Azure data factory, and then we need to go to the author tab inside that, and then we need to start development in the author tab. So basically author tab is used for the different kind of development or copy data related activities or any kind of activities we can develop over there. So now first thing over here we need to read all the tables from the different schema, right? And also we need to read all the columns and all the rows from all these tables, right? So for that we need to create one lookup activity for the same. So here if you see over here I have created a lookup activity. So when you go to the setting of the lookup activity, then we need to create a data set for the same, right? Data set and link services. So here we have created a data set to point out to the all the all the data or all the tables of different schema. So this data set will directly point out to the same. Now what will we do? We need to use a query option over here. So in the query option, we have write one query over here. So which basically what it is doing, it is selecting the schema name and table name from the information schema dot tables, and where table type is equal to base table. So basically in the information schema dot tables there are so many other things will be there, like views will be there or some other things may be there. So here we want to target only base tables from this, right? So it will select the schema name and table name from all the tables from the entire database. So now what is the next step? And here we are connecting with the link service which is self-hosted and point to the on-premise database, right? Because our database is AdventureWorks and which is resides into our local system. So now what is will be the next step? So this is basically the link service I have created with this configuration. Now after the lookup activity, we need to create a for each loop activity because we want to loop through each of the table inside the database, right? With different schema and different table names. So here what I have mentioned, then drag and drop for each loop activity from the iteration section, which is over here you can see, and connect lookup activity with for each activity to allow access to retrieve schema and table name inside for each activity. So now in the for each activity, if you go to the setting tab, then in the setting tab we have to access the lookup value, right? What lookup activity will retrieve. So that's why I have written over here lookup dot output dot value. Then in the for each activity we need to create one copy activity, right? So inside the for each activity we need to create the copy activity and configure the same inside for each activity to loop over all the tables with different schema inside Adventure Works database. So now here we need to here we need to create the two different parameters, right? Because the table name and schema name are not fixed. So that is why we have created two different parameters, table name and schema name. And then that parameter we have referred over here inside the copy activity in the source side, right? In the dataset properties. Now, so what it will do? It, it will iterate through each of the table and schema name inside the AdventureWorks database. Now what will we do? Now we have to configure the sync destination database in what we have to configure link server, which should be auto resolve link services, because we are moving data to our Azure SQL database, right? So Azure SQL database is resides inside the Azure services. So that is why we have selected the auto resolve link services. If you see over here, it is showing auto resolve integration runtime. So this is some database I have created inside the Azure SQL. And here also we need to take different two parameters, right? Because table name and schema name are not fixed. It is dynamic, right? So here I have already given the two different parameters in which after that we can use it to configure data sets dynamically. So here we have configured the data set for the sync means destination data database, and here we have created the we have used that schema name and table name dynamically. Sync final configuration looks like this. So if you see over here, we have used the same table name and schema name which we have declared in the parameter in the sync section. So by this process, we can able to move all the mentioned tables are in AdventureWorks 2016 database, which is there in our local system with different schema to Azure SQL Cloud database, just as below with schema name as well. So if you see over here, this is our Azure SQL server, and in that there is a database, and inside that all the tables with schema name are coming after running this pipeline. So thank you so much everyone. I am basically creating videos for the SQL related content. So please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.